Hi, Tracy here, and I have a layout in process called 14. This is a layout, another one I did of my son from pictures from his graduation. And this is a close-up of him holding his guitar, playing his guitar. So I have some gesso here, and I am just creating some texture and background, sort of framing the picture. And now I'm going to add some gelatos on the top of that and paint those with some water. And I'm using oranges and blues. I'm kind of pulling colors from the guitar itself that's in the picture. Doing like a circle to frame the pictures, the picture and the papers, that is. And then I had to dry that all quite a bit. And now I went back over it with some gesso because I felt like it was just too bright for the look of the layout that I wanted and the picture itself. And now I'm going to just use some craft paint. It's a dark blue color, and I watered it down quite a bit, and then I'm splattering with it and just adding some just kind of almost doodly designs. And then I go with this paper. This is a darkish, well, it's like a gray blue, and then the orange paper. And I went ahead and inked around all the papers and the background paper as well. I wanted this to be like a real kind of rock and roll, edgy feeling layout. So I feel good about those, so I went ahead and glued that down with my ATG. Needed quite a bit of the ATG because the paper didn't want to stick at first to that gesso. And now I'm pulling out, I'm going to use these big numbers. I believe those came from a Freckled Fawn kit. And they're wood veneers, and I'm going to actually end up painting them. But they make my title, 14, for the year. This is the reason I titled it 14 is because that's the year he graduated. And this is actually like microfiche or microfilm, what do they call that? I got that, it's either from Etsy I got it or eBay, one or the other. And it's from it's a film that architects used, you know, so it has the designs, the architect designs of buildings on them, and I'm just using them as to create layers here, along with the Tim Holtz negatives that it's like fake negatives actually. I love that kind of old vintage. These films are almost like ephemera kind of, but I just like stuff that's like unique and different but is old. That's why I love to go to flea markets. It's one of my favorite things to do. I don't get to go a whole lot because we're busy with other kids stuff, but when we go I just love it. And I do live near Los Angeles, and there's just tons of, I mean, there's pretty much a flea market every weekend, so, you know, within say 50 miles of me. So I thought about using that tag to anchor the 14, but I'm glad I figured out something else because I don't really care for that. It's too wild, too much. This layout doesn't end up having a whole lot of... There, I ended up using some of Aleene's tacky glue because that gesso just did not want to... It didn't agree with the ATG glue. So here I am painting that. I'm going to paint that same blue, dark blue color that I did my little designs on the paper with. I love to paint. I find that so soothing and relaxing. And now I'm going to put this little circle, and it says "Be Amazing," and I went ahead and put it on paper so that I could pop it up. I wanted it raised a little. I didn't want to stick it down. It is a sticker, so. And now I've pulled out some washi tape to add a little more layering, and that is also what I'm going to use to anchor my 14. Played around with a little different washies before I found the exact one I wanted. I ended up pulling out some old washies from my stash. And there you have it. I popped it up. The little Be Amazing. And here's the washies I'm going to use. And I think I used a little bit of the Tim Holtz. Yeah. Little vintage looking. It's supposed to look like old negatives. And here I just have some excess glue, so I'm using my paintbrush to wipe that up. And there was a ton of that glue was seeping out for some reason. And here I'm just going to put some little wood embellishments. Not a whole lot. I really didn't want to embellish this a ton because I had created kind of the wild background. And plus the picture itself, because it's a close-up of the guitar, that has so much detail and sort of depth to it all on its own, with, you know, the wood and just the shininess of the little brackets and stuff on the guitar. So it really didn't need a whole lot of embellishment. So anyway, there you have it. It's all done. And I hope you enjoyed watching this. And if you did, please click like and subscribe if you want to see some more. So I will see you next time. Thanks again. Bye.